It was a bank holiday weekend and I decided to go camping in Wales with my friend Neil. We loaded up the car and set off the night before to beat the traffic. We'd both been at work all day and were pretty tired, so I booked us into a nice hotel just outside of Cardiff so we could get some rest.
So we've got cereals and porridge, baked oats, baked croissants, muffins, fresh fruit and yogurts. Grab and go breakfast. Baked croissant with a Costa coffee or tea and get going. £2.95.
It soon became evident it was time for bed. The next morning, we got some supplies, said farewell to the scary locals, and got on our way. We were heading for the Pembrokeshire coast, which, according to their website, is Wales's most popular coastal destination. As the roads got smaller, the nice lady hiding in the Jag's dashboard told us we were nearly there.
Continue for 3 miles to your destination.
The sun was out, it was a beautiful day, and we were doing well. We'd be there in no time. Unlike Neil, I wasn't too keen on testing the Jag's capabilities as a boat, so we got some directions from the bearded Welshman and we were back on course. Eventually, we made it to our campsite.
We have the camping kitchen, but I also have the grill plus and extra sections as well, so it truly is the complete camping kitchen experience.
Unfortunately, the complete camping kitchen experience was a complete nightmare to assemble. Neil was feeling smug with his mini stove, which was up and running in seconds, but after some wizardry with a screwdriver and a gas bottle large enough to see me through a nuclear holocaust, the tables were turned. It was about time we met our neighbours.
You'd have thought if that was as nice as it seems to look, that it would all be gone by now. Imagine living in a world where everything's a surprise. Well, it's one minute to 1 in the morning. We've had a fire deliberately, as opposed to any kind of emergency. So I think we should go and get some wood in the morning at some point. I want to see how far down the valley we can go. And then
So the next morning, after I'd failed to untie some sausages, we headed down the valley.
we heard the water from the top. It sounded like a busy road or something, but I can now hear sort of a blobbly noise, is the only way I can describe it, which sounds more interesting than the water itself, so I want to explore that now.
Being at one with nature was all very well, but we were getting hungry. For lunch, we found this place, which was horrible. The chef on the sign was also quite frightening. But upon further investigation, round the corner we found a place called the Old Post Office. It was run by possibly the nicest woman in the world, who recommended that we go and have a look at the old quarry down the road. So after booking ourselves in for Sunday lunch the next day, off we went. Before arriving in Wales, I'd expected rain, sheep and guilty-looking men with beards. But what I saw next, just outside this tiny village, was simply stunning. Nature had turned this disused quarry into a rocky oasis. The crystal clear water, surrounded by walls of slate, made for an awesome sight. Here, everything felt perfectly still and at peace. We headed home for dinner and some rest, because the next day we'd planned a trip to the seaside. But Wales was about to live up to at least one of my expectations. During the night, it had poured down. So much so that this goat had gone mad and refused to move off this rock. The outlook was bleak, but being British, we went to the seaside anyway. I took a stroll down the beach, but it was hopeless. We were downhearted. Surely our great trip would not end like this. Back in our tent, we decided that a little cheese and wine might cheer us up, ready for our drive home the next day.
The other thing that should have stopped amusing me at about age 10 is the other thing that should have stopped amusing me at about age 10 that clearly hasn't. It's about you doing
What?
you do look quite a lot. You do look quite
You know what? I can tell this is not going to be worth it when you say it.
You do look quite a lot like a caterpillar.
Yes.
It just...
So after my weekend away, I've decided that camping is jolly good fun. Just remember to take a good bottle of wine.